Nuzlocke. If you lose the match, the weapon you used cannot be used anymore. Jump up, it's Caracal here, and today, I will be attempting the Nuzlocke REPULS weapon challenge. Every game, I can only use one weapon at a time, but if I lose, that weapon can no longer be used anymore. I can use the other abilities, like frag and grapple, but I can only use one main weapon for the entire challenge. The goal is to start with a brand new account and get it all the way up to level 10. Getting to level 10 already took long enough, so I wasn't going to get it all the way up to level 70. Starting the challenge was not too difficult. I just had to pick a username, which turned out harder than I thought. Anyways, after actually beginning everything, I immediately watched an ad to pick up the catskin helmet. Because, why not? In Game 1, I joined a SWAT game on Element and I had to use pistol or combat rifle, so I chose combat rifle. I still had to do the tutorial, but I got a few killing sprees.
Killing spree. Dominating. Godlike. One kill left.
And won the game pretty easily. I leveled up to level 2. Then, in Game 2, I voted for a team control point match because it would give me a lot of XP. I decided to use combat rifle for this game as well, since it was a pretty good weapon. A level 48 joined my match, but it was still a pretty simple game to win and I scored 124 points. I leveled up to level 4 after this game and I unlocked revolver. In Game 3, I played a containment team deathmatch game using the combat rifle. I ended up getting 17 kills and this game was actually pretty fair. I then leveled up to level 5, unlocking the shotgun. For Game 4, I decided to switch it up and use the pistol. The game was an Outlook TDM and it was a bit harder to play since I wanted to use pistol instead. I needed to avoid using combat rifle in case my team wasn't good enough, which would make me lose the weapon for the rest of the challenge. In the end, I got 11 kills that match, which wasn't enough to level me up to level 6. For Game 5, I played a Shoddy Snipes Outlook game. A few of the players were sweaty since they had access to the sniper rifle, which I couldn't use.
You have taken the lead. Double kill. Killing spree. One kill left. Dominating.
I ended up winning, and it got me to level 6. I chose to use combat rifle again in Game 6, a Summit Team control point game.
Team has taken the lead.
The blue team put up a fight,
Red team wins.
but in the end, my team still won by over 100 points. I scored 74 of my team's points and I was really close to level 7. 7 is a lucky number, but my 7th match wasn't so lucky. I decided to use the shotgun on an Outlook Shoddy Snipes game. It was really laggy and I quickly got behind. The game eventually froze, which lost me that match. So I couldn't use the shotgun anymore. I was about to destroy everyone with the shotgun. I was so excited, and then the game just froze, and the shotgun became the first weapon to be locked out. Come on, Doxky. Fix your game. The next few games weren't really that exciting. I did level up to 8 and I unlocked the double barrel, but nothing too important happened. Then, there was an element capture the flag game. I knew that my team was probably not going to win this match, so I chose the double barrel, a weapon that wasn't known for being that good.
Blue team wins.
In the end, my team lost. This meant that I couldn't use the double barrel in the future. The next match was an Outlook capture the flag game.
Has taken the flag. Blue team taken the flag. Flag lost.
There was even someone in the game named Subcarvgal 132. I chose SMG for this match because capture the flag games heavily relied on your team, and I knew that I probably wouldn't win this match.
Blue flag returned. Blue team wins.
My predictions were right, and I didn't level up in this game. I couldn't use the SMG anymore. Then, there was an Outlook team deathmatch game. I chose to use the LMG. The game started really badly for my team, but we eventually got back into the lead and won the game.
Blue team has taken the lead. Killing spree.
It was a super close
3
game.
kills left. 1 kill left.
And I was still at level 8. The next game was an Outlook Shotty Snipes game. I could only use the sniper rifle because I lost the shotgun a few games prior. If I had also lost the sniper rifle, I would have been in big trouble and probably would not have been able to finish the challenge.
1 kill left. Double kill.
This was a pretty close match, but I eventually won, 15-13. I got to level 9 after this game. After that, there was a capture the flag game on Element. I chose the LMG and my team won.
Red team has taken the flag. Killing spree. Double kill. Blue flag returned. Dominating. Blue team scores. Blue team has taken the flag. Unstoppable. Blue flag returned.
The next game was a team deathmatch game with Revolver. The match was really easy, since the other team only had 2 people. I progressed, but I didn't get to level 10. The next game was a SWAT game on Summit. I decided to use the pistol and I swept through that lobby. There weren't many people left on that server, so I decided to leave and go to the casual mode.
Killing spree.
The game was pretty chaotic, but I still managed to win with 14 kills, and I realized that I lost around 20k XP after I switched servers. Doxky, I know you're working on this bug, but please fix it. I joined way too late for the next game, which was a Summit FFA game. I chose the LMG, since I probably wouldn't win this one. I chose the assault rifle for this Summit team control point match. Even Mao joined my game, and it was hard for me to score points.
Killing spree.
But he eventually left and I won that match.
Blue team wins.
Everyone ended up leaving after the match ended. The next few games, I decided to farm some XP. Since leaving would cause me to lose even more XP because of a bug. Again, Doxky, I know you're working on this, but I'm just going to mention this one last time. Fix your game.
Flag lost. Red team has taken the flag. Red team wins.
I farmed for a few games, and I eventually got to level 10.
Welcome.
Technically, it wasn't against the rules to farm as long as I didn't lose, so feel free to complain to me in the comments if I cheated. And I had finally made it to level 10. It was a fun challenge, and I beat it. Unfortunately, a lot of the footage ended up getting lost, so I can only do a summary of the highlights of doing this challenge. It was fun, And if you want to see more REPULS challenges like this in the future where I use my voice to commentate, please let me know in the comments. With all that being said, this has been Caracal, signing off. Until next time.